What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have a new Valheim video for you. It's 10 Mistland tips and tricks. Let's get into it, shall we? The number one way to navigate the Mistlands is with a Wisp light, and the Wisp light helps clear the area and lets you see where you are, like so. And as you can see here, this is the Torn Spirit. So this is the old placeholder for the Yagluth trophy. After you destroyed Yagluth, you would get this, and now it becomes the Torn Spirit in Mistlands. So to craft the Wisp Fountain, you need 10 stone, 1 Torn Spirit, and a stone cutter. Once you craft the Wisp Fountain, you'll be able to see if it says it demands darkness or the wisps are coming. And after a short period of time, you'll notice that a wisp will come and float around this fountain. It seems like you can have about 3 wisps per fountain, and all you got to do is hit E and collect the wisp. So once you collect the wisp, you're going to go to any workbench and you're going to craft a wisp light, and it will require 1 silver and 1 wisp. And the way this wisp works is that you can right-click it to take it away and right-click it to release it. And you'll be able to now run through the Mistlands, and it will clear some of the mist in your path. So as many of y'all may know, this is called a yawl. And its weak point is on its tummy. As you can see, there's a bunch of little red dots. You can do quite a bit of damage if you hit its tummy. Also, if you get on top of a yawl, it will shake you off like so. And one of the easiest ways to avoid its fire attack like that is to try to stay underneath it. It will sit there and shake sometimes, and also sometimes will shoot out about 3 or 4 ticks. So if you see those, just go ahead and use an AoE effect. But your best bet is to stay underneath the yawls. So one of the funnest ones to find out in the open here is the Seeker Soldiers. And their weak point is actually their rear. Or their abdomen, if you want to call it that. And that's the rear part of the soldier. And of course, if you block an attack right before they attack, you can stun them. So yeah, aim for the rear if you can. If you have a friend, come up behind him and sit there and smack him with a Frostner or an upgraded black sword or whatever you use. So another creature you'll see that I haven't really found that has a weakness is the Seeker. Seekers can hit pretty hard and fast, but they also are pretty weak. They're pretty weak to Frostner attacks. Frostner will slow them down quite a bit. They're also kind of weak to these ooze bombs. If you throw down an ooze bomb and do an AoE effect, and if you've got a few of them, all you gotta do is throw a bomb like so and kite it through the ooze, and it'll kill quite a few at the same time. So the next thing we're gonna mention is dungeons, and dungeons kind of look like so, guys. If you see multiple spiky rocks poking out of the side of the earth here, and then a large stairs going up it, then you found yourself a dungeon. They also kind of look like this at the very beginning of it, with a bunch of yellow drippings around and whatnot. Dungeons can also look like this, sometimes accompanied by seekers. These structures, basically, they go underground. You see a bunch of stairs and start seeing the yellow goo. Inside is the infested mine. And guys, this is where you're gonna find all of your Sealbreaker fragments and black cores and royal jelly. So here's something I didn't know until a few hours in. Ancient armor actually gives you quite valuable resources. And as you can see, you can get things like scrap iron and sometimes copper scraps as well. So this includes the shield variants and armor pieces, as well as ancient swords. Also keep in mind, just like any other resource, you can drop the whole entire resource if you dig it out or destroy what's supporting it. So the next thing we're going to talk about is ticks, one of the most annoying creatures in the Mistlands. The easiest way to get rid of the creature is to roll, like so. You can also use Ooze Bomb to destroy ticks. If a tick runs into the Ooze Bomb, it will kill it, for sure. Another way to get rid of ticks is to use an AoE weapon, like so. Like the Iron Hammer. That will get rid of ticks that's on you. And knock them off, and kill them. So for ticks, you can also use Dvergr. And use the middle mouse button to do your spin attack. This will kill off any ticks that's on you and around you. So the next tip's kind of an easy one. You can now buy from the trader an egg, and the egg will actually hatch into a chicken. The egg costs 1,500 gold, and then all you got to do is take those eggs and put them next to a campfire, and after a few in-game days, they'll grow up into chickens. And of course, you can have multiple chickens. They will breed and lay eggs around, which you can pick up and hatch or use in recipes. And of course, chickens eat seeds to breed. The next tip is going to be that Dvergrs are actually friendly until you aggro them, and they can also help you with enemies. Say, for example, you're being chased by a soldier. You can actually drag them to the Dvergrs, and they'll fight for you until they either perish or the enemy does. Looks like this level 2 mage is making some quick work of this seeker soldier. And as you can see, they go back to just kind of protecting their base. One thing I'll mention is that they will attack you if you attack their base, or they'll attack you if you try to take their component crate, which has the Dvergr extractors, which is used to make a sap extractor. And as you see, they are now hostile. What a mess. So the next one's going to be where to find valuable resources, and one of the first places to find black marble is in these structures. If you were able to craft a stone cutter and use a hammer, you can actually middle click and destroy structures. And if you destroy these marble structures like this, it will give you tons of marble. You can also use enemies to drag them into the structure and destroy them, or just destroy them with your black metal pickaxe. You can also get marble from killing Dvergrs, and also soft tissue. Soft tissue can also be gathered from the crates that are in the Dvergr camps, like so. This is another valuable resource as it's used in the Itir refinery, which makes refined Itir for the new gears. You can also find skeletons, which are called petrified bone, and these also give you black marble. You'll also find skeletons in the ground, such as this one, and roots as well. Roots will give you sap. What you need is a sap extractor, which is 1 Dvergr extractor, black metal, and 10 Yggdrasil wood, and you just place the extractor on the root, and it'll extract some sap for you. Another valuable resource to have is black cores, and these are actually found inside of the new Infested Mines dungeon. As we previously showed you where the dungeon was, inside the dungeon you will find black cores. Sometimes in dungeons you'll also find these little fragments right here floating. And if you hover over it, it won't show you what it is, but these are the Sealbreaker fragments, like this right here. The Sealbreaker fragment is used to craft a Sealbreaker, which is this right here. It takes 9 Sealbreaker fragments in a crafting bench to make a Sealbreaker. And all you gotta do to get the Sealbreaker fragment is bust it open. It'll add a Sealbreaker fragment to your inventory. After 9, you can craft the Sealbreaker, which is used to summon the new boss. And sometimes in dungeons you'll also see royal jelly. Most of the times you can get it from the seeker broods, like this. And also you see larger piles of royal jelly. If you press E, you'll pick up royal jelly. and that's used for some of the new buff foods. Our next tip is going to be for skulls from the skeletons that you see around. Inside skulls, you can actually farm and usually get soft tissue. As you can see, we broke open the skull and now we see soft tissue. And you could just use your pickaxe to gather the soft tissue from inside the skeleton skull. So if you find a skeleton out and about, don't forget to get the soft tissue, and if you need it, black marble. So this is what the Queen's Chamber looks like. You'll see a bunch of spikes coming out of the ground just like dungeons, but on the front of it you'll see a structure, kind of like so. And it seems like it always has 2 lights up front and then stairs. We sealed the door and scattered the key. Leave her be. And to get into this door, you're going to need a seal breaker, and you get that by combining 9 seal breaker fragments from the infested mines in a workbench. And all you got to do is hit E on the vault and open the seal. And you're ready for the boss. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you got a tip, comment down below and let everybody else know. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.